poster boards, and I cut them down like bookmarks. I patterned it out,
Okay.
and I gave every kid one of those, and I was like, look, you need to make it fit.
I just asked the parents to donate cardstock at the beginning of the year, and I got 3 of them, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not,
Same.
that's just a 110-pound regular.
But we keep those as our pattern, right? So,
Yeah, so you should have,
2 sets.
I should gave you 2 sets, but you should be able to access, and I'll check with you to see that the pattern for that is online. And if you have a Cricut, because I have the patterns for that, as well as all the foam wings and fuselage on Cricut as well, so I can send you those files, maybe, to figure out how to do that. But I have those files, so you should be able to share it with you. So that's another. If you have the old balsa gliders, it's the same.
Still good.
It's same dimensions.
All right, any other questions or concerns about your next?
Yes, I need landing pads for the catapult.
Okay.
Oh no! Awesome.
You don't have any?
And the 54 screw shields. So maybe next week you get a bunch of stuff.
Landing pads for catapults.
Okay. You need a landing pad.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I might.
You can stay for after hours.
Yeah, that's now, right?
Well, yeah, because I may have some.
Now.
Well, I mean,
According to the schedule, it's now.
I may need to go grab them from the part of the building and bring them to you. So, I may have some that you can borrow until more materials arrive.
Okay.
That's what, if they're not here with me in this room, I'm gonna have to go find them in the closet.
Before we officially,
Yeah, just one quick research note, when you're planning days, so for 8th grade, for the post-assessment, we will only be doing that in the schools where we had 7th graders last year. So, just wait, you too. Yeah, because we follow them, so we won't be able to follow 8th graders from you all.
is there any more slides? Just so
Nope, I think that is the end.
Just email me.
Sorry,
if you
that
have-
just totally, I tuned out everything.
So just when you're planning your days for the post-assessments,
Uh-huh.
only Noel and you need to plan for 2 days for 8th grade.
Ah.
We'll still need two days for 6th and 7th and every.
Got it, okay. But because I got 8th grade
Yeah, because
all
we
year, I
can't,
got
yeah,
them. I got
right.
them.
So in the other schools, we don't have data on the 8th graders from last year to follow.
So will you not be testing those schools, or do you only need 1 day of testing?
Only on
For
one
8th
day.
grade.
For 8th grade?
For 8th grade, we'll only need 1 day, because we'll
Okay.
only be doing the survey, we won't be doing the engineering design process.
One other note, we're gonna try and do this 2 more times before the end of the year, May. So we're working with the district to identify some dates, to get everybody back together for a full day, talking through, checking in, talking about next steps. The next one will be very similar. We'll, just kind of be talking through the projects, have some of you present. So thank you for those of you that presented today. If there are others in the room, think about how you would like to present a project or an area or something that you found some success with. And the reason I bring that up, and just to kind of plant the seed now, next summer, when we do our professional development, we'll have some new teachers, of course, and we'll have some new people. We would really like for some of y'all that have been through this to help lead some of that content. So as you're getting through stuff and you start to think about like, wow, this just went super well. I really enjoy this. This is something that is fun for me. I'd like to officially kind of share this out. We'll build that into the schedule for we don't know what summer PD is going to look like next year, but we do know there's going to be a component where we'd really like to have some lead teachers, if you will, lead this. So that way we can learn from each other and allow y'all to share your expertise and grow professionally.
So this is definitely gonna be here again next year then, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So we got 1 full more year on the grant.
Okay.
And then keep in mind, this is curriculum that's been developed and been ongoing now for 14 years.
Okay.
And so the curriculum itself is not going anywhere, but depending on what's behind the grant next year, so 2024, 2025 is the last year on the grant. We don't know what the next grant will be, but the curriculum has been around for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ideally, you would like us to try and recruit additional teachers for next year then, right?
Yeah, in some capacity, sure.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we work with the district on a lot is figuring out what schools have the programs, where teachers are moving, teachers are retiring, what schools have the equipment, the tools and that kind of stuff that is underutilized or doing something else. And then the other thing about next year, and especially after next year, is we really can go beyond Gwinnett County, and start talking about other school districts and stuff. Because we do have teachers that utilize this all across Georgia and even outside of Georgia. But this grant was very, from a research perspective, was very focused on all of you. But that doesn't mean that other teachers can't participate in the professional development side of it. So, yeah, we would love to see this have more dissemination. I was just having a conversation with Melton that there's a aerospace company that I mentioned earlier that might have some interest in the 7th grade curriculum and figuring out how to get some teachers in the Savannah area trained on even just that curriculum for 7th grade so that it further complements when they bring students in for tours and stuff. Because they get a lot of kids, they bring pretty much every middle school gets the opportunity to bring kids through, but it's just a tour, they're an aerospace company, they don't know anything about working with kids, and so we're pitching the idea to them to be like, hey, let's actually build in, like, this is what the students do before they come to you, this is the types of things you should show them during the tour so it's more meaningful, this is the types of stuff we'll work the teacher on doing afterwards. So like the fuselage project that we were talking about, when Gulfstream brings clients in to design fuselages, they put on VR headsets and they go in a big room that's the exact scale of their airplane, and they design it in real time, and they have people sitting in a room putting the chairs and the zebra prints and the exotic woods in place, and so when they turn and they see their plane and they sit down in a chair, that's just a chair, but they're sitting in their chair, like that kind of stuff. And so, letting kids kind of see that side, but also understanding that there are, 15,000 people that work there that design that kind of stuff, that are master craftsmen at woodworking and sewing and do the CAD work that you're teaching your kids. They use a software called CATIA, but it's Inventor. There's no difference on top of. Just trying to create that real world application behind it.
How you spell it?
CATIA, C-A-T-I-A. It's made by a company called Delimia. I don't know. Anyways, they make SolidWorks, which is the direct competitor for Inventor.
SolidWorks,
But CATIA is
AutoCAD,
like
Inventor,
way out there.
under the hood, they're basically the same.
Yeah. CATIA is catered towards aerospace. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Gulfstream, all these companies use CATIA. But CATIA is $10,000 to $15,000 per license per year per device. And they have it on every computer.
It's like I'm buying a car.
Do you know if they have any type
That's
of
little
student
steep.
or
It's
trying?
$100.
It's a little bit.
It's $100 per student.
Yeah, but if you're
That's
Lockheed
the
Martin,
lowest,
you
our
have
lowest
defense
entry,
contracts,
$400.
That's what it was.
all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
that,
I was in a
that's
presentation just
tough
yesterday,
change.
and there was the Civil Air Patrol, so that might be something you wanna look at and enhance. But they're
We
talking
could
about all
hopefully
kinds
get
of
tours
things,
of Lockheed Martin.
but they already got all kinds of stuff out.
Oh, yeah,
So aerospace right here in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know, I was gonna say, making use of local resources like Lockheed Martin or, I think Fernbank has something that they do with aerospace.
Yeah, in aviation camps in the summer, they would take kids and tours to
Yeah, that's
Lockheed Martin.
And a huge resource, it's a little ways down, but the museum in Warner Robins.
Mhm.
The
Oh, it's
aerospace-
amazing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
It is
It's
amazing.
free, It's amazing, and they're part of a program called Starbase, and Starbase's whole mission is doing like STEM and STEAM activities with kids. During the summer.
Isn't there
after
a
school.
Starbase at Dobbin?
There's three. Yeah, there's one up here, there's one in Warner Robins, and there's a very small outpost in Savannah. Those are the three Starbase.
So there's Starbases here.
Yeah,
with
but it's
the-
Dia's outreach group.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin, Dobbins, it's all one connected
Right.
entity.
Yeah,
And what is it called? What's the museum called?
Warner Robins, Air and Space.
Airspace
Museum,
or
something like
aviation.
Yeah, aviation.
that. But I mean, they have like a SR-71 Black Hawk in
Oh,
there.
yeah, it is,
It's
it is
amazing. If you can get a school bus to take some kids down there, it'll blow their minds.
Even if you want to.
That's your
When it's-
own.
Yeah,
The FLL team was a part of it, yeah, that's how I get it.
Transportation, the bus.
Yep.
Warner Robins.
Yep. So all you gotta do is
I
feed
like free
them.
transportation.
Okay, so that's what y'all have to go. So before
Thank you so
y'all
much.
walk out, make sure you have my
Yeah, don't forget your
gift.
bag.
Get your bag, please.
Bags.
Please.
Please,
Like, look,
we gotta clear that
I-
side out. We gotta clear that